Good morning, guys. Matthew 18:23 through the end of the chapter. So Jesus is telling a parable here, and here's the gist of it. It's a master and a servant, and the servant owes the master a large debt, and the master's going to put him in jail until he pays his debt, and the servant pleads with him to be patient with him, and he'll pay it. The master feels sorry for the servant. He forgives the whole debt. Servant goes out. Someone underneath him owes him money, same situation, pleads with him, hey, be patient with me, I'll pay it off. Servant isn't patient with him, puts him in jail. Master finds out about it, he's upset, and then ends up throwing the servant in jail. Obviously, this parable is talking about how God has forgiven us of so much, and now it's our turn to forgive others who wronged us, right? What I find interesting about this is the amount in which Jesus uses in this example. So first, he gives, so the servant owes the master, it says 10,000 talents, which would be the equivalent to about, I think it's $6 billion today. Obviously an amount that's just, you can never pay off. Ever. Never in your life are you going to earn $6 billion. You're never going to be able to pay that debt off. It's exaggerated for a reason. Why is Jesus using such an exaggerated number here? Because our debt, what we've earned, this debt from our sin, we'll never be able to pay off. We can never do enough good to outweigh it. Our sin, because of our sin, we've fallen short of the glory of God. And that's what makes the cross so significant. That's what makes what Jesus does on the cross so significant, to pay that debt for us. A debt that we can never pay off on our own. So then, when the servant is forgiven, and then he goes and has someone underneath him who owes him a debt, that debt's still really expensive. It'd be the equivalent to about $12,000. Now, it says 100 denarii, which would be equivalent to about $12,000. So it's not like God's asking this servant to forgive a small debt. Now, in comparison to the debt he forgave, of course it's insanely small. But I think we kind of let ourselves off the hooks with things. Like, we get so caught up in comparing things in the world. If somebody owed you $12,000 and were pleading with you, it would be a different story, right? You would see it differently. You wouldn't look at it in this context of what God has done for you. And that's how we are. We get caught up in comparing things in terms of the world. God here is trying to remind us of how much He's done for us. The debt that Jesus paid on the cross for us. And so it's our job to one, just be knowledgeable of that. Understand how much He's done for you and how much we should appreciate and love Him for what He's done. But understand that, man, there's no amount of wrong that somebody could do to us that's even comparable to how much Jesus has forgiven us for.